Tales from the Outer Rim.
It's clear the Davidians are more of a problem than we initially thought. We know they're in the neutral zone. Now we know they're on Drozana Station as well, and according to Zamara, there have already been deaths there. In addition, she indicated that the lower levels of the station were a trouble spot. Those levels aren't used as part of the club there, and they haven't been maintained for years, and Ferengi are, of course, quite reticent to put any effort into maintenance that isn't absolutely necessary. That means we don't really know what's down there. Zamara's code should get you access. Take a lift down and check it out. Previous Starfleet encounters with Davidians have indicated that they will create nests around the temporal portals they use, so keep an eye out for anomalies. If we find the portal, we'll know where and when the Davidians are feeding. Oh, and I expect it to be messy down there. Don't forget to take an emergency beacon. Until next time.
Okay. Back to Drozana. Whoa. Sir, I'm reading temporal fluctuations in triolic energy in these levels of the station. Staying down here for too long could be hazardous. The interference also may make it difficult to contact the ship or get a transporter lock if we need an emergency beam out. This level primarily contains power junctions and EPS conduits for the rooms above. We need to reach the maintenance lift and take that down to the computer core. Alrighty then. What do we got here? Emergency beacon? Oh, a flashlight. That's nice. This box of emergency supplies isn't just lying around. Balin probably bartered with a Nausicaan pirate for it. I recognize these flashlight drones. Hands-free hover system programmed to shift in response to your movement. Not the most reliable design, though. Triolic waves. Must be Davidians nearby. I expect that we will see more as we approach the area with the greatest concentration of triolic energy. Sir, I'm also picking up some indeterminate readings from behind the door to our left. However, the interference from the triolic waves are making it hard to get accurate scans at a distance. Oh, it does open. Look at that. Scan the Ferengi. This Ferengi suffered from triolic radiation poisoning. It seems that he's been here for a while, sir. Even if the Davidians couldn't use his neural energy, it's still dangerous to be too close to their nest. There's nothing we can do for him now. Due to the temporal flux disrupting the transporters, we can't even beam the body out. Once we get out of here, we can notify station security. Check power distribution grid. Captain, it appears that the maintenance levels are suffering from intermittent power problems. The EPS conduits are probably overloaded due to the temporal fluctuations. This station's pretty old, sir, and many of these components are more than a century old. I'm seeing triolic surges near the maintenance lift and across multiple levels, but nothing that can be consistently tracked. Okay. Over here. It does open. Where does it go? Ah, here we go. Ow! What the hell? Okay. That was fun. See, I don't remember that happening at all. Now we go. Looks like this door is stuck, sir. We'll have to find another way around. One of the side maintenance passages should have an alternative route. That's where we need to be. That's the place. Sorry, what's the... Nope. I saw it, I think. Ah, yes. Yeah, where are you? Why did that? Oh, there's a... The Davidians are definitely getting more aggressive. They could have a lair somewhere in the lower levels. If they do, they'll become increasingly more violent as we get closer to their territory. The synchronic proton rifle should have a significant effect against the Davidians. The proton beam mode will be especially effective while the Davidians are phase shifted. Someone's put the lift on emergency lockdown. We'll have to override the lockdown code to access it. Oh, I don't override it there. Okay. That should do it. I wonder why someone would lock down the lift in the first place. A better question is, why would the lock just be around the corner? This isn't the computer core level. Sir, it appears that the lift is stuck. We're somewhere on a maintenance level for environmental controls and waste recycling. Great. We'll need to track down the damaged junctions on this floor and repair or bypass them before we can take the lift to the computer core level. Someone's locked the door with an encryption key. Looks like the key itself is a kiloquad long. Sir, if we don't find that key, we could be stuck here for a long time. Contact the ship. Are you there, Captain? Your signal is... It's too much interference, sir. Looks like we're on our own. Beautiful. Aha. Emergency override. That was the door key. Was just touching another panel. Okay. Oh. More spiders. Captain, the door! We're locked in! Okay. What have we here?
Log entry supplemental. The strange power fluctuations are related to the problems in the power subsystems on the upper decks. So I'm looking into the possibility of feedback damage or spikes in the environmental systems. It could take some time to find the problem and make repairs, though. Particularly if I need to use the replicators to create replacement components. Balan is loath to allow use of the replicators for anything more than blood wine and Gramillion sandpeas. I mean, this is dirty, uncomfortable, and thoroughly disagreeable work. Naturally, as soon as the job involves mucking around in the recycled atmosphere and waste processing, I get the short straw.
Okay. So somebody's not very happy. Alright, we got some pads. That is the lock the door. Let's go first. Bypass relay. Relay bypassed.
Hello? Is someone out there? Please, help me!
That voice is coming from the communications console on the wall, Captain.
Hello? Is someone there?
Who is this?
Please, you have to help me. I came down here to check on one of the atmosphere regulators, and someone shot me.
Who shot you?
I'm not sure. I didn't get a good look. He was so fast. Please, you have to find a way to open this door and get me out of here.
I'm activating the manual override. Try to reach the release lever.
Oh, prophets, no. He's back. No. Ah!
Log entry supplemental. I've upgraded a few of the components on this level, including remote overrides for bleed valves on environment controls, hollow emitters to expedite further repairs, and security overrides in case of emergency. I'm starting to suspect that the low-level radiation I've detected on these decks has affected the station inhabitants, and that some are showing signs of transient acute schizophrenia and paranoia. I'll have to maintain contact silence for now, so that they don't interfere while I'm trying to repair the systems. Once I've corrected the problems causing the radiation leaks, we can deal with the symptoms. Log entry supplemental. My work here would take far longer than I originally anticipated. Fortunately, I've engaged a safety interlock on the maintenance lift, so no one will come down here without me knowing about it. I found several program errors that have purged the affected subroutines. The work is much easier now. Soon, everything will be under control.
Somebody's losing their noodle. Oh, she was right here. Multiple phaser burns and contusions, sir. This woman was murdered. The wounds are still warm. She was killed just a few seconds ago. There are no other exits or entrances in this room, and transporters are offline. How could she be killed if she was alone in a locked room? That's one here. Yep. Oh, no, we did have this over here. Ooh, sorry, I think I just stepped on her head. I don't believe the hook spiders activated a phaser. I think I just stepped on her head again. I believe we're going this way.
Bonnie kid, I see you. Bonnie kid, what will you do?
These nodes have to be controlled remotely. It wouldn't be safe for someone to stand near them and activate them. Captain, if you remember your wave interference from the Academy, you might be able to jam the remote signal.
Bonnie kid, dress all in red. Bonnie kid, soon you'll be dead.
They sent you, didn't they? My little Bonniekin, to halt my work, to change my program. You'll not survive to perform such trixies. Oh no, my pretty Bonniekin.
Okay. What a weirdo. A malfunctioning hologram. No wonder. The triolic energy would have degraded his program and caused instability, and the Davidians didn't bother it because it had no neural energy for them to feed upon. Sir, it looks like the encryption key for the door might correspond to a subroutine embedded in the hologram's mobile emitter. We should be able to use it to open the door. Mobile emitters are still rare outside of Starfleet, Captain. This staff here must have spent quite a lot of latinum to obtain one. If you ask me, Balin might be selling more than drinks in Dabo. It would be best if someone keeps an eye on him, but I have a feeling Franklin Drake is doing just that.
Log entry supplemental. The strange power fluctuations are related to the problems in the power subsystems on the upper decks. So I'm looking into the possibility of feedback damage or spikes in the environmental systems. It could take some time to find the problem and make repairs, though. Particularly if I need to use the replicators to create replacement components. Balan is loath to allow use of the replicators for anything more than blood wine and Gramillion sand peas. This is dirty, uncomfortable, and thoroughly disagreeable work. Naturally, as soon as the job involves mucking around in the recycled atmosphere and waste processing, I get the short straw.
Okay, we already read that. So I guess we just return to the surface. This is it. We've made it to the computer core level. On this station, the core itself is down a long ramp area past some rectangular rooms. Some regulator rooms, not rectangular. We should head there as quickly as possible. I don't know why I said rectangular, Captain. I apologize. Examine the door. Another locked door. This one doesn't seem to have any special codes. We should be able to open it from the secondary security console just down the hallway. Okay. Oh, that should mean the security was earlier in the hallway. Okay, it's not much. Here's the way down the ramp. There's a system built on the same wall. Ted, southern door. These fall the ramp. Sir, this person is from the 23rd century. The Davidians must be bringing their victims through time. We have to stop them before they're responsible for any other deaths. They could disrupt the timeline. Whoa. Dude! Can we search anything? 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 People? Places? Okay. I guess they weren't actually there. Because if they were there, I was about to get my butt smeared all over the walls. This appears to be a regulator room for the computer core's power systems. The Davidians are probably leeching power from the station to keep their gate active. We could use this console to set up a power spike that we could trigger near the computer core, which might disrupt the Davidians and their gate. Oh, one of my team must have deployed it. This looks like a field control station for the lower levels of the station. We could set up the field systems here so that we can activate them in the computer core area to counteract the Davidians' phasing abilities. That would push them out of sync with our universe. Alrighty then. Ah! Spiders! Ooh, Vandals. That's like their captain level. Going in! Sir, the Davidians' time portal heads back to the 23rd century. There's no telling how much trouble the Davidians may be causing in the past, where the technology to detect them just doesn't exist. Once we get readings on the portal, we should take them back to Deep Space K7. Their computing facilities are far more extensive than what we have on Garrison. They might be able to find a way to shut down the portal. Scan. The distortion from the portal is intense here, and it's difficult to process all of this information. We should at least be able to compensate enough to beam out, though. We need to take this information back to the nearest starbase, K7, for analysis. Their computers are powerful enough to process it. Okay. Use K7. Alrighty, let's get out of here then. Did I need to be there? No. Preliminary analysis. Temporal incursion consistent with Davidian time portal technology. Approximate link date, stardate 2715.6, Earth Standard Year 2265. Davidian portal based on phase-shifted tachyon spin supported by draw from Drazana Station power supply. Can the portal be safely closed or used? Portal suffers from instability due to quantum particle entanglement with phase-shifted particles. Portal can be enlarged or accessed with modulated directed energy when phase-shifted, entangled matter reaches critical point. Sir, this means that when the triolic energy surges peak, we could remodulate an energy weapon, even a hand phaser, to use the portal and travel back in time. We could stop the Davidians at the source.
Now that we know the Davidians have a portal to the past and approximately where they are focusing their attention, I see no other choice than to send you and your crew back there to stop them before they kill again. I'll be honest, time travel is a tool. At times, it is a useful one. I know Starfleet has hundreds of regulations about temporal incursions, but my job is to preserve the Federation, not make Admiral Quinn and the rest of the suits at Starfleet Command happy. If we break a few rules along the way, so be it. I need to make some preparations before you can proceed. I will contact you when the time is right. Drake out. Until next time.